Donkey Kong Country. The other day, Mike asked me, what game would you like to play the most right now? You know, because we play a lot of shitty games sometimes. So he says, what do you want to play? Like, really, what would be something you would enjoy right now? And I said, Donkey Kong Country. That's a game that keeps coming to my mind all the time. I'm very nostalgic for that game. It was one of my favorites. This was like a totally new kind of game. Like, well, okay, I do gotta say, it wasn't a new kind of game. It was a side scroller. It's simple in format. It's like Mario. It's nothing completely new. But the reason it was groundbreaking, I think, was because the graphics and the sound were better than anything we've seen. And there was a lot of new kind of things, like where you're going through the barrels. We're playing this one player, by the way, just because I think it's a little bit then we can just take turns when we want instead of when we die. The underwater stage, I remember being really relaxing. I used to really love that music.
Yeah, very soothing. I mean, I've listened to the radio before on multiple occasions and heard them playing music from Donkey Kong Country. Now, it's not often that you turn on the radio.
We really?
Yeah. It's not often that you turn on the radio and they're playing music from any video game. You know, usually they're playing, like, you know, bands and stuff. And, like, on multiple occasions, I've turned on the radio and it's like Donkey Kong Country music. It's renowned as being one of the greatest soundtracks, not just like on Super Nintendo, but of all video games.
Oh, it would be in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct, which I said was also rare. That was great too, and that was the first time I remember a video game having a soundtrack.
When you throw in this into the mix, the fact that like Donkey Kong Country is also on Super Nintendo,
and it wasn't even like a launch title. It was like late. It was like late afterwards. Like, oh, we already have all this, but now guess what? It's still awesome.
Right. It's like once you throw Donkey Kong in there, it's like, okay, well, I'm sorry, like Genesis, now you have no chance.
This was the one that pushed over the edge. It was this.
Right.
It was a lot of the Final Fantasy 3, Chrono Trigger, the SquareSoft
all
games.
those. Is there differences between Donkey Kong Country and the sequels on Super Nintendo, like Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3?
Oh yeah.
What did they add to the later games?
Well, there's different characters and stuff. Like Dixie Kong, for example, she spins her pigtail, so she does this like helicopter thing.
Okay.
So there's different like moves that you can do.
You know what's one crazy thing to me? You know how like we played Mortal Kombat and we played Tapper. Nintendo has never to this day released the original Donkey Kong on any kind of home console.
You serious?
That you can play. Now, the closest you can come is in actually Donkey Kong 64 on the Nintendo 64. You can sort of play the arcade version, but it's not the same. Like, they changed it a little bit. Also, you can play Donkey Kong on NES, and it's kind of similar to, you know, to what the arcade game is like. But again, it's not exactly the same. And also, and it's really crazy to me because you know how there's like the virtual console and the eShop and everything. Mm-hmm. You think one of the first things they would have done would have been released
the first Nintendo,
like Donkey
franchise.
Kong. Yeah,
interesting. Wow. Oh fuck! Shit! Did you see how close I was? Did you see how close?
Why are the graphics in this so like highly detailed in comparison to like other Super Nintendo games? You notice that? Like, look at how detailed the fucking graphics are.
That's one of the things that was a big deal about this. That the Super Nintendo seemed to keep getting better as time went on, and then they had the FX chip.
The later NES games, a lot of them would have like stuff like Battletoads would have the what's that scrolling parallax scrolling.
Okay.
Where like the backgrounds move. You know, like when you're going like through the turbo tunnel and it's like the background's going by, like that kind of thing, and like multiple layers of the background. That kind of thing.
I remember Batman Return of the Joker had a lot of things like that, and that was kind of like a big deal.
That game had that, yes.
Yeah. Zinger's Sports Spikes on the... Oh, he's actually giving me tips right now. I like it when he just, like, tells you to, like, fuck off, basically.
If he told you to fuck off? What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's just being an asshole. Or no, it is, if you get the hint, I think if you keep going back and he runs out of hints, then he just starts doing wisecracks.
I was kind of half paying attention to what you were saying, and all I heard was, like, I like the part where he tells you to, like, go fuck yourself. Or
the barrels right here, like, this is what I love. Like, watch all this stuff. Like, watch this. Look, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, there's a ton of that in the Donkey Kong Country Returns. You know, if you like Donkey Kong Country, it's kind of like you have to play it.
I'm happy as a pig in shit that we're playing this right now.
We're finally playing something that you like, huh?
Yeah.
Are you happy finally?
Yeah, are you happy? I'm very happy.
Guess what's going to happen? Now that you got your chance to play something good, I'm going to make sure the next game we play is the worst fucking game you ever played in your life. We're going to play more Star Wars.
Oh shit, fuck.
You know what I want you to play next time? Star Wars Rebel Assault. We got to play that game soon. Look at that background.
Yeah.
Look how many, like... levels, levels of depth that there are.
Mm-hmm.
And changes in color and stuff like that too. It's just really awesome.
I think when you finish the stage, it's like night by the time it's over.
Right.
It's great, and there's no fucking box that appears in the air. It says the morning sun,
Right. I want to play that with you someday for James Mike Monday.
Oh, Castlevania 2,
and try to beat it. Because I know you can.
Yeah.
Isn't there like different ways to beat that game too?
There is. There's like multiple endings.
Have you beaten it all the way through, like the different ways?
Not all the different ways.
Yeah.
Because like, all the time it takes to do it. Why would you want to do it more than once? But,
right. It's so funny that you're so associated with that particular Castlevania game, but it's not your favorite.
Well, it's not my favorite of the Castlevanias, but
I definitely am pretty sure it's not your favorite.
Castlevania 4 is my favorite.
Yeah. You would almost shock me right there if you told me Castlevania 2 is your favorite Castlevania.
No, I mean in a way it's probably my most sentimental. Maybe like it might be like it's the first one I bought. Mm-hmm. Like if you look at it that way, like as far as my own personal history goes.
Right. I see.
Yeah.
See, maybe that's why I feel so different about it, is because I had the first, the original Castlevania, and then I played the second one, and I was like, oh, it was one of those situations where it was so different that I was disappointed.
Well, I did play Castlevania first before Castlevania 2, but I didn't own it. Like my cousin had it or something.
I mean, you didn't have that experience with Castlevania 2 where you felt like, oh, well, it's not like the first game.
Yeah, but I bought it. Like I didn't really question it much. I just bought it and took it for what it was, and I played it. And actually, I liked it. Like I actually liked the game, but there'd be a certain point where you try everything, and then you're like, well, what do I do here? And you would never know without like reading it in Nintendo Power. Well, I like also that it kind of has like a mystique to it a little bit. Like it kind of.
Oh, it definitely does.
Well,
I mean, I see that now, but I mean when I was a kid, like I didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
That's all I mean. I'm not talking about my feelings.
I mean, do you know what I meant by like mystique? Like I don't know if that's the best.
It's like the music and the atmosphere of the game.
Yeah, the atmosphere.
Right.
And, that even when people say stuff to you that makes no sense. That like when somebody says like you go to the third tree in the woods and you find the flame. Whenever. Now it's not as special when you hear that kind of stuff, but even though in the game what they said was not true most of the time, it kind of like it piqued your interest, because it's like in Zelda when somebody's telling you like a tip on Zelda, there's this one wall that you bomb or something, and then you're like, oh, is that true? And then you have to play the game for yourself to figure out if it's true, and it's kind of like a mystery, you know what I mean?
Dodongo dislikes smoke,
stuff like that,
How do you feel about water levels? Like in games, and just in general, like this one, you probably like this stage, right?
Yeah, these are pretty good. It depends on the game, really. I like Mario 3 when you get the frog suit and all that.
Can you think of a game where you think it's good? Besides this?
This and Mario 3. Donkey Kong Country 2.
Well, not a Donkey Kong Country game, like a different game that has a good water level.
Not Ninja Turtles. Any of the, a lot of the Marios.
Okay, wait. Now that's interesting to me. What do you think? I mean, I know you did the video and stuff like that, but what do you think is bad about that level? About the water level in Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Yeah, you played it more recently than me, so I know you remember it better.
Yeah.
But, I remember it just being like there's a time limit and you got to get in between the coral and you get shocked, and it just being kind of like a mad rush. It wasn't that hard. Yeah. But it was just kind of annoying. It's not the worst for sure.
Yeah.
I
guess I just feel like people are too hard on it.
It's because it's a famous game. It's like a famous example. I just love this stage. It starts snowing, and the music. Like there's something kind of like dark about this stage. Like there's kind of like a doomy kind of music going on, and like.
Well, the way the background just got a little dark.
Like it's starting to get dark, or like kind of like something's coming. Like bonus stage.
They call him Flipper. Did you watch Flipper as a kid?
I did actually sometimes.
Did you?
Yeah. You heard the guy who produced Flipper was Rico Browning, who was the creature from the Black Lagoon in the underwater scenes.
What about Lassie? Did you watch that?
I did, yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Not that much, but I did.
How about the 50s Dennis the Menace?
A little bit, probably because my dad knew all those shows, so he'd watch them with me. Star Trek.
I watched all that shit too.
Green Acres. That was
Green
actually
Acres. Green Acres is the place to be.
I think I just like the theme song.
Farm living is the life for me. Yep. It was Zsa Zsa Gabor, right? Green Acres.
All right.
Are we dating ourselves a little bit now?
Well, it was like dated even when we were.
Yeah, I know. Well, just the fact that like we grew up on the even reruns of that is like still dating ourselves.
Still, actually, even now there's Me TV plays a lot of old stuff.
Right. Well, I mean, they still play that stuff on some channels. Yeah. There's a channel that like plays Golden Girls like 24/7.
Really?
Like it's unbelievable.
You know how much Full House is on TV?
Like all the time.
It's all like there's marathons.
There should just be a Full House channel and a Golden Girls channel. It's amazing how like those shows are like always on. And what happened to a lot of other shows? Like I don't see them rerunning like Growing Pains and like Family Ties 24/7.
Yeah.
You know, and Family Ties was a good show. Like why don't they fucking replay that? Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they do on some channel, but they don't do it to the extent that they do, you know, Full House and Golden Girls that just play 24 hours a day. It's like, you know how like near Christmas time they always play the Christmas Story like all day long?
That's ridiculous.
It's like that all year long for Full House.
Like it's the only Christmas movie.
Yeah, I know. There's so many Christmas movies. And I do like that movie, but it's like there's so many other
Jesus
Christmas movies.
Christ, like,
I know.
come on, like
enough's enough.
And they do it every year. It was like it would be kind of like maybe a cute idea one year, like we're gonna play it 24 hours.
And then they just do it every year forever.
They do it every year for the rest of the time. It's like
and they've been doing that since I was a kid too.
Why? Why that move? 24 hours?
It's an American tradition, James.
Why? A Christmas story?
You know, Ted Turner loves that movie.
Why not National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? That was a better movie.
You know what though? They play that a lot too on TV. Not as much as that. Yeah. What they really should play is the greatest Christmas movie of all time, Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way!
I should have went the other way.
Probably something in there.
Yeah. It's a swordfish, then we're in business. Oh, it's a one-up at least. Yeah, there we go. All right. This makes the water levels so much more.
There you go.
It's something really funny about seeing a monkey on a swordfish underwater. And he's like kind of sitting there, like look the expression on his face.
Watch out. Is he a monkey or is he a gorilla?
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. You get I say monkey all the time. If you get technical, I believe he's supposed to be a gorilla.
Or is he an ape?
Let's just call him an. I mean, ape's the generic term, I think.
Okay, I know what he is. He's a monkey cheese.
Cheese.
Oh, that's cool. See, for like Super Nintendo to have something like that, like the lighting effects.
Yeah,
and stuff, that's crazy.
Even though this is the most annoying thing.
Yeah, when he turns direction,
you go like this. Whoa, look, it's like oh god,
that's a seizure.
Man. Yeah, like anytime you turn.
Did you? By the way, have you ever heard about that Pokemon episode that caused seizures?
Oh yeah, that was the first time I ever heard of Pokemon in general. And then what do you know? Afterwards, it just like explodes. It got so popular after that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was popular before that, but what I mean is like I didn't start hearing about it a lot until after that episode. It was like Pokemon, like everywhere. They didn't even call it Pokemon. I think in the newspaper article when I read about the seizures, they called it Pocket Monsters.
Right. You could be like, well, Pokemon isn't like part of our era, but it kind of is. It started like around the same time as a lot of this stuff that we like.
When do you want to cut it off at? Like,
I don't know. Like,
say Donkey Kong Country '95, like that.
Well, I mean, like you and I played like Ocarina of Time, and like Pokemon was out then, so it's like
it was our time. It was later. It was a little later.
It was later, but I think it was still our time. So. Actually, if you think about it, like Nintendo 64 wasn't even out, right?
It was
until 97, right?
It was on its way.
96, 97?
Yeah, it wasn't. It might have been the Ultra 64. Might have been out in Japan.
Right.
Actually, no. Even then, I don't think it was the Ultra 64. But they were already like talking about it. Rare, the company that did this, Killer Instinct. They were like a big part of the N64. It was like, hey, Rare is gonna do all these launch games for us, and they're gonna do Killer Instinct and all this stuff. So this was kind of like Donkey Kong Country was kind of at the beginning of the hype for the N64 because it was like, here's kind of a preview of look how good these graphics are. Well, wait till you see N64.
Right. I wonder what the actual Nintendo, if they're going to keep that NX title or if they're going to name it something else.
Yeah, hopefully something better than Wii. Wii.
Yeah, it's the worst. Wow, that was a nice maneuver there.
Yeah.
Oh,
see, that was like barely. Like I almost got it there.
Tail end of it. Now it's getting harder, I can tell.
Fuck.
Yeah,
This is the end.
The fire stayed like longer than normal. There you go. Go quick. Nice. Wait.
Oh,
wait
God!
no. Ooh. Shows at the end. There you go. Nice work.
All right. This might sound really weird. Playing this stage reminds me of smelling my dog's farts. It's when I say the most random thing possible. Because like I, you know how you think of a certain thing.
Wait a second. First of all, I didn't know you had a dog.
Oh yeah. I had a German Shepherd for a long time. The dog lived pretty long. But
why were you smelling its farts?
I'm not on purpose.
Oh.
Just like you're playing the game and then your dog just keeps farting and you're like, oh God.
Okay.
Like,
I'm glad it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, because I remember, you know, what's Silent But Deadly SBD?
Yes,
because the music in the stage, like me and my sister or my friends would be playing a game and the dog's like farting and we'd be like, and the music we'd go like SBD. Yeah.
Oh.
Because it was just this, you know, German Shepherd, and they just lay there, you know, they're laying there while you're playing the game. Yeah, and just kept farting all the time.
Disgusting, James.
Well, dogs are pretty nasty,
They
actually.
are. You know when they like lick like their asshole?
Oh,
or they lick their toilet bowl?
Oh, that's what they do. Like, yeah,
and then they lick you.
Yeah, and you're like, oh God, no. But the dog, at the same time, the dog's so friendly and everything, and you're like,
oh, well, of course.
Oh, nice doggy, nice doggy. You're licking me with your nasty.
With people, at least with most people that I know, they don't lick their asshole and then lick you.
A person doing it.
I mean, first of all, if you can lick your own asshole, that's impressive.
Wait, there's SBD.
All right, SBD. Does a dog's farts smell different than like a human's farts?
I mean, it's just like you know what dogs eat, like all kinds of like dog food.
They eat that dog food.
You just imagine what that would smell like coming out, and it's like,
right.
oh yeah, dogs when they fart, it's like
that's probably worse than a human fart.
It's nasty. Like it's there's no way around it. It's fucking nasty. It's like when you play a game, you know, you kind of, it reminds you of something that was going on at that time in your life when you're playing it. So the only thing I think about, like when my dog was alive, and
right.
You know, but specifically like playing this game and like having the ambience of you're trying to think of the whole atmosphere of the room and what was going on at that time, and really all I remember is smelling dog farts. Like, I remember going to my grandma's house, having the smell of the coffee and the morning sunshine coming through the windows.
Yeah.
And my dog's farts playing Donkey Kong Country. Oh fuck. Oh no. All right.
Game over.
All right. Well, we got to go back to the last save.
But I think a lot of people don't like toilet humor. There are people that don't like toilet humor.
Oh, they just don't have a sense of humor. That's all.
I mean, to be honest with you, like a lot of times, fart jokes and stuff. Like I don't know. Sometimes it's fine. Other times I do have a problem with it. If I go to see, like a movie theater and I see like a trailer for like a comedy movie and they do some kind of fart thing, I hate it. Like there's almost, I can't even think of an occasion where I'm like, oh, like I like that.
It's in the trailer, like that's the moment where like the music, fuck, like the music stops
and
you know,
it's in
skip.
all of those like animated like DreamWorks and Pixar, maybe not so much Pixar, but more like the DreamWorks like stuff. It's always like that fart gag, and I absolutely hate that.
So let's see the topics of this video.
What do you fucking want us to talk about? Do you want me to sit here and talk about like about algebra or something? What do you expect when you watch two assholes on YouTube play fucking Donkey Kong Country? You think we're gonna be sitting here talking about fucking like
how about
like global warming or something?
I got a good one. How about dog farts?
Yeah, dog farts. That's a good.
That might be a good one. We should try that one sometime. I'm gonna get the fuck up there. I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Shit. God damn. Oh, that's it. One left.
You gotta do it. Oh, what?
Come on.
That was cheap. All right. This is usually about where you die, right? Oh.
Yep. Ah! Fuck.
Oh, 2 more.
2 more. I got a 1 up. 2 more.
There they are. Don't get hit. Good. Now you're good.
Alright.
Now you're good. Alright, at least you didn't get hit.
Oh! Oh, there we go.
Scaring the hell out of me. Remember Maya the Bee?
Yeah, it's actually I still see it on as my daughter watches.
Oh, they still play it?
It's like a new Maya the Bee,
Oh.
but it's like yeah.
It's not the original Maya the Bee? Well, I don't want to talk about it then. Who's the friendly little bee?
Yeah, I don't know
Buzzing
actually.
oh
I
so
don't...
happily, buzzing here and buzzing there, busy buzzing everywhere.
Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, do it again.
Yes.
There you go.
Please let that be it. Oh my god. Oh.
That's it. You made it.
All right.
That was
Save.
crazy.
You gotta fuel up the
Runs out.
treadmill thing.
Right. See, that's creative. That's a gameplay concept I haven't seen. I can't think of a game where I've seen something like that, really.
Yeah. Just some kind of mechanism.
Yeah. Like, I always think of Mega Man... is it Mega Man 5 with Gravity Man stage? How you hit the arrows and like you can like walk along the ceiling and then you hit the other arrow and then you're walking along the ground, so you can kind of control... You can control gravity, which makes sense since it's Gravity Man stage. So I always thought that was a cool gameplay mechanic.
There you go.
Very good. Oh, you need the
got
tire to do it, I said.
Yeah.
There you go. You doing well?
Oh fuck.
I don't think the tire's gonna fall
I
off.
need it now, but it will. Yeah.
Will it?
God!
Oh, you got. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That was impressive.
Oh.
Jesus.
Why couldn't I jump? Like it just, I couldn't catch up with it.
This is the one you gotta get, right? Yeah.
God damn it! Why'd that have to happen? Fuck. Where's the?
What? The thing stopped. It stopped. Oh.
Well, I could have saved it there.
There you go.
What the fuck? That wasn't even like that was the easiest thing ever.
Bounce.
That would have been good. That part always
jump
gets
through
me.
these
Yeah,
guys.
here we go.
All right.
Ooh. All right, here we go.
Over this dude. Over this one. Good. Now what? Okay, gotta get this. Good. Down. Oh, good.
Come on. Fuel.
Be the end. There's
Oh
fuel.
boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's not over.
Just fall and die. Good. Oh! He's back?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh god, this is some Ninja Gaiden shit right here.
You don't have the spin attack either. That one's over. Save it. Oh, you can't, right?
Can't until you uncover the save point.
Oh no. Wow. Fancy footwork. Sounds like it's burping.
Yeah. They knew that sound effect was good too because they put it in the other games a lot, and sometimes they have it like going on all the time.
What's the on off? The lights?
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be doing much,
Yeah,
does
I
it?
know. It's so fucking dark.
I don't remember it being like that. Oh, and it's like really dark. So it's like either dark or really fucking dark.
I don't blame you.
They keep the fucking light on.
Shitty barrel lights.
Ah, see,
That's what happens when you make a light out of a barrel. They're really lucky
Booze
that they're
out.
getting any light out of the barrel. You know?
I guess so.
Pretty lucky that works at all, if you think about it.
Yeah, just jumped on this barrel and it lights up.
The light came in. Only for a second, but it lit up.
Yeah, it happened. Oh! Gucci. Oh god. Oh god, no. Oh, God, just end.
That's it.
Oh no, it isn't. Fucking shit.
Cats digging up the fucking Sahara Desert.
Yeah, they always do. They dig so much.
It takes forever.
I know. It takes so fucking long.
It's just like shit. Cover it up and get out.
Yeah.
It's like they have to make it perfect, and it's not perfect.
Oh God, it's far from perfect. It's like, what are you talking about? Perfect, and then the image of a cat turning otherwise is like probably the most imperfect thing you can think of. No, Boomy doesn't even like dig up, like he doesn't even bury him that much. He just leaves him out. Like you think he's with all that noise he's making that he's really burning it good. Like there's gonna be no evidence of it.
Look at it, stuck right on top. It's almost like
it's like as long as his tail, and it's like just right there. And oh my God, does it stink?
What was he doing wrong? It taking on the side of the box.
It stinks so bad. It stinks so fucking bad.
Because I mean, like they're in the box and they're like looking forward, so not like looking back. They're just like hoping that it gets covered. And then they did the worst job possible because the shit is just like laying there with a curl on the end and it's all turned up.
The nose cone all turned up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh shit. When I'm not talking about shit, I say shit. This is all about.
Right now we have flamingos barfing turds on us. So.
Yeah, barfing nut sacks.
Oh.
I mean,
I don't know what your nutsack looks
look.
like.
I mean, it's like a hairy, like.
God.
There you go.
Good. Die. You
Boom.
Bite it, you scum.
All right. And one of the best ever video game soundtracks on this actual stage. I mean, the whole game, the whole soundtrack in general, but this music here.
Oh yeah, even NES music.
Yeah, and it changes a lot.
This is the music a lot of fans from AVGN ask the question, what's the music in the Atari 5200 video?
Oh, really?
When you're putting the TV, this is the music, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I think it is. Or it's in there somewhere,
yeah.
I think you also might have used this in the Nintendo Power video. King Rule or something? Is that his name?
Oh, King Rule, yeah.
Reminds me of Wart.
Yeah. It's like Wart, they abandoned Wart and then they just put him in the Donkey Kong Country almost.
He's got like the crown and shit. Looks just like him, honestly.
It really does. It's best to do 2 jumps.
How does he get his crown back after he throws it across the...
The mysteries of games. How does Link fit all the items in his pouch?
Good point.
Cartoon explains it. They shrink him.
Is that it?
Oh, this is great. Watch this. So, we beat Donkey Kong Country. And there goes the credits. What's up with those credits?
Everything's a K.
Something's up. The end?
It's like the ending of Batman, the movie.
Oh, yeah. And uh-oh, the game's still going.
Uh-oh.
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
All right!
All right.
Whew.
Good work. And you get a Nintendo Banana.
Nintendo Banana.
Well done, Donkey, my boy. And that's the original Donkey Kong. Who would've
Yeah, it's
thought?
the original Donkey Kong. We didn't find all the bonus rooms and all that. We probably have only like 50% of the game, but
Yeah.
that's what makes it a good replay kind of game, because you can go back and you can keep on.
Definitely a lot of
you know.
replay value with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we go.
I know Donkey Kong Country Returns had a lot of replay value because after you beat it, you could actually play through the game in mirror mode because the levels were in reverse. It was really cool. Funky Kong. Candy Kong. She's attractive. You're talking about most attractive, hottest video game characters? Candy Kong, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those hairy legs.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you have it. Donkey Kong Country, one of the best Super Nintendo games. Only thing left to say, I think, about it is